I am Serrano, and these are my notes on a building. We're at the First United Building. It was built in the 1920s by Andres Luna de San Pedro. He also did the one in front of it, which is Regina Building. They're both going with the same proportions, both 5 floors, which at that time was the highest. It's actually considered as the first skyscraper of Manila. It's done in the Art Deco style, so you see a lot of angled elements from the grills to the facade. We're at the First United Building's lobby, and here you still see some of the elements of the columns and beams and one of the oldest elevators in Manila. It's actually gone through different iterations already. It used to be 4 floors lang. The 5th floor was an addition after the war. The 4-floor version of it had sculptures of Nakpil, other national artists, which got damaged during the World War. They didn't get to save it na. The building owners right now are really very attached to it. It's been passed down from the father of Robert Silianteng to them. So they take care of it as a family treasure, and at the same time, they open it up to progressive ways of adaptive reuse. We're at the mezzanine at the First United Building Community Museum, and housed in the museum are old photos of Escolta, some vintage items from the department store, and some history on the Siliantengs. Most of the tenants from the 60s, mga lawyers and brokers. There were tenants before that are in the entertainment industry. I guess it's because of the proximity sa cinemas from the Avenida. Yung Carriedo area has a lot of cinemas and Capitol Theater. Si Dolphy used to have his production house here. Also si Nora Honor and Gabby Concepcion, I think. Most of the storefronts from the 1920s, the one on the street level, are department stores kasi it's also close to where they dock goods in Maestranza and Intramuros. There used to be the Berg department store, the Cybels department store, where my titas would get their shoes from the 70s. Most of the luxury department stores were here. Our city started changing when CBDs were developed. Makati started around 70s. When they started developing malls, all in boxes, people started going to them since they're air-conditioned. And then slowly, the independent department stores here died down. And then business started slowing down.
Okay lang.
You meet a lot of friends na before were really just strangers na makakasabay mo sa elevator. Parang when I started office here, I thought, oh, so ako lang mag-isa sa office. When I get bored, I just go there and then maybe brainstorm a little bit about something. We come in projects sometimes ng magkasama. So it's a very interesting environment. So when you need a cup of coffee, you just go down. When you need a beer, you just go to friends. We're at the 5th floor. This used to be Nora Honor's office, and a few years back, before we renovated it, it was a group of lawyers who used it. Robert and Lorraine showed me the space and wanted to work on a co-working space, and we designed it 2016 and opened it on the same year. They don't do staircases like that anymore. The level of detail given to it is really iba. Even the quality of the railings, you don't see railings that thick. The steel that they used there is really heavy. And how they bent it to that shape during the 1920s even, that's really amazing. I think the younger designers have a lot to take inspiration from here. How Filipino architects before tried to define design then, it's still applicable now. We're still kind of lost in terms of we really are. This is one place where you can see how we can actually define it. I am Serrano, and these are my notes on a building.